Isn't it interesting that that people kind of either have the hospitality bug or they don't? Like there's really not an in between.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's an interesting question. And I think you're right. People either have it or they don't. But I think there's a distinction there where when I was coming up, a lot of the people that I actually like looked up to the most would say, when hiring, you hire for hospitality and you train for excellence. Either people have it or they don't have it. And I think in any moment of time, someone either has it or they don't. But I believe everyone has it in them. They just need someone to draw it out of them, whether through bestowing graciousness upon them and showing them firsthand how good it feels to receive hospitality, or working alongside them to show them how unbelievably energizing it is when you see the look on someone else's face when they receive an act of hospitality that you're responsible for. I think once you feel that high for the first time, it's pretty hard to not get addicted.
Yeah, I was gonna say the word addiction. It is
That's
addictive, right?
great.
There's a chemical thing that happens that bonds you to it. But when you were interviewing, is there a question or a specific scenario you would put potential candidates into that would tell you if they had the bug or not?
I have so many thoughts on interviewing generally with that exact thing in mind. Back in the day, I used to have a list of questions that I'd run people through. And the question that probably would have answered that, what you just asked me, was what's the difference between service and hospitality? And gauging whether or not people understood that those two words are not the same. I think far too often people conflate them into one idea. Service is the thing we do, hospitality is how we make people around us feel when we're doing it. But then over time, I realized that sitting down for an interview with a list of questions is kind of crazy. I think that the lessons we learn from relationships in life can be applied to those in work. And I think the biggest interview of your entire life is your first date with the person that you end up marrying. And imagine if you sat down on your first date and you're like, all right, hold on, I'm just gonna, just real quick, a few questions I want to run through with you. That would very likely not be the person you would marry. And yet, I mean, an interview is in many ways a first date. It's us determining whether this is someone you want to surround yourself with for some measure of time. And so my interviews now are okay, if they're across the table from me, they have whatever experience I've decided they need for the whatever credentials, experience, whatever. And then my role is just to identify three things. Do I think they have integrity? Do I think they have a good work ethic? And are they someone that me and my team want to spend time with? Because there's very few jobs where you can't teach them whatever else needs to be learned.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driver Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.